All right, Kyle, what's going on, man?
Tulsa Nationals, baby, 2019.
And you can tell by the laser light warm-up that finals are coming.
Got a big show, 6 o'clock.
Yeah, so tell me, how many Tulsa events have you, how long have you been seeing these?
Well, I grew up in Bixby, and Shane's a senior when I was a freshman, so they've kind of been around, and we've been going to these things for a long time. I've been coaching for youth wrestling maybe 14, 15 years. We've been coming to this thing, you know, ever since. I've been a coach and trying to get my guys out there in the spotlight and be in the most competitive stage that we can find.
What's it take to get to finals of this event these days?
Year-round training.
Yeah.
And a lot of athleticism, some luck going your way. You know, you got to wake up on the right side of the bed, feel good about yourself. You got to have all of the planets need to line up at the right time. Nice.
So So you brought up year-round training. What's your feeling there? I know there's a lot of people have different opinions on, especially
well, it's
an
not
8-year-old, 10-year-old, 15-year-old.
Well, it's not for everybody, and then you got to have a healthy balance of keeping them interested. Don't want to do too much. The year-round thing, and it's evolving. So it's like more. We've been doing it more all of the time, and you got to get some parents that want to buy in to the sport, and that's tough to do. So you start getting some parents that want to buy in, and then they see those parents buying in and kids buying in, and more people decide that they want to do that too, and they want to be part of that. Folk style season's a grind, and you got to do it a long time. And we start folk style October, maybe September, and we go all the way into March, April to go to Reno, and then it kind of shifts to the halfway point to freestyle, and then that's the breather that we get, so it's not so monotonous, and the grind's not quite the same, and you're not cutting weight and, in a hot room all the time. There's more learning and stuff like that.
So is there space anymore? So when I grew up, until junior high, I started going wrestling with the high school team and more frequently, but I wrestled 2 practices a week, hour and a half each. The coaches, they didn't know anything. They knew some stuff, but it's different. But is there space anymore for that athlete? Or it seems like, to me, most sports, kids are specializing, training hard.
Yeah, they're specializing in all the sports. Baseball, training, batting lessons. We take a little bit from their page, the specialization, and people are willing to spend money on travel and private lessons and club fees and stuff like that. And so parents are more willing to do more than what was around than when we were, and then having the people that want to give back, that's happening more and more, especially around here in Oklahoma. The sport's growing.
Yeah, and it is cool. The same kids that maybe started wrestling more year round, they're finishing up college, and now they're coaching, and it's evolving and getting tougher.
More of that,
really
the
cool.
better. More of that, the better. When I was a kid, like junior high, our coach expected us to do the junior high practice in the morning and high school practice at night. So we were doing 2 practices a day, and you'd go to your club practice, or if you're cutting weight, you had to go to the Y or go to a gym and get your extra workout in. So you don't want to burn your guys out at a young age, but you still got to find the time and the balance to put in the extra work, because there's 1,000 kids here that are doing that, and if you expect to compete at this level, then it's cliche, but you gotta do more than the next guy.
Yeah, it's a hard sport to get dominated in, more so than another one. Losing by a lot of points in one sport isn't the same as getting your face pushed in the mat for 4.5, 6, 7 minutes.
And you find moral victories along the way, and you wrestle the guy again the next time, and he beat you by 8. And you could say, well, you only beat me by 6, or I went 3 periods this time, and any of those little moral victories you can find along the way to kind of say, yeah, you are getting better in your performance, and don't make it so much about winning and losing as much as it is give your best effort, have fun.
Cool. So I want to bring up Team Tulsa, but something I've been thinking about a lot before we get to that is you wrestle a kid. You wrestle a kid for the first time, he beats you by 8. There's some kids, they're going to lose worse the next time, it's in their head. And then there's the other kid that starts clawing and scratching and make you know, next time 5 points, 3 points, and then you're in the match. A takedown might win it. You know, is that like? Do you witness that? Do you?
Yeah, you got all everything across the spectrum. You know, it goes from bad to worse, or sometimes you get better and you claw your way back in it. You just got to communicate that message to them and keep it in perspective.
Is that like a personality thing, or you know, if you see a kid going through that, is that something that you can turn around, or a mentality that you can teach that gets the kid going the other way, or is it that's just, hey, that's.
I wish I knew the answer to that question.
Yeah, I think I've been thinking about it all the time lately.
Yeah, you know, sometimes you just got to back off, or taking a break is warranted, and you kind of get a refresher, and you can maybe come back stronger, you know. But that's a tough one when it starts getting worse and worse and worse. And I don't think that the kids in my program really experience that dynamic as much as, you know, you catching up on the competition and keeping the matches closer every time. I think that's more of a standard of what we're doing. But we do have a few kids. It's like, I mean, you're not getting any better, and you beat your head up against the wall, and you're like, you want more for the guys and stuff, and their competitive nature isn't allowing them to stay in that fight.
Team Tulsa. So when did Team Tulsa start? Give me a catch me up to now.
Okay.
From the origins.
Yeah. So I started being an assistant coach when I got done competing, and I was at my local high school club team, and I coached there for 4 seasons or so, and I started doing a program at Bishop Kelly. Did that for 4 or 5 years, and we moved our program to Cascia Hall and here in Tulsa, and then we've got an opportunity to get our own warehouse, and we've been doing Team Tulsa this is our 4th season, I believe.
So how's it been?
We're growing. We started out in a 2,500 foot warehouse in the beginning.
I gotta get in here and do these ropes. I'm sorry.
Sure. We started doing the Team Tulsa in a 2,500 foot gym or a warehouse, and we didn't even have any mats, and we borrowed some from the Oklahoma Kids Wrestling Association.
Cool.
And they allowed us to borrow the mats that we had, and we had a huge tournament, made a bunch of money, and I wound up buying a lot of mats to furnish our room, and with that, people are looking for, you know, a non-affiliated club, you know, somebody that's not with a school, and kids are, you know, wanting to do more and travel in, and so you get, you know, we have a beginner program, and we're making our own guys, and we get a few kids to join the program with us, and it seems like every year you get 2 or 3 or 4 more guys, 2 or 3 or 4 more guys, and it just has continued to grow, and we've got a 5,000 foot space now, 3 full mats, and some extra space, and about 50 open kids in the room a night. So we're kind of outgrowing our spot now.
It's a good problem.
Good problem, but it comes with its challenges. You know, when you have a smaller group, you can focus on individuals a little bit more, and with a larger group, it stretches you thin, and it's real challenging when you're out here and you've got 6 kids wrestling at one time. And with the growth of the program, you get more coaches, but it's hard to find good help. You know, dads are volunteering to help, and to have real competitive guys that know the sport real well, and then they're willing to do more than just for their kid, you know, being part of the program. We thrive in that area, but still you can't ever have too much help.
Yeah, absolutely. So what are your goals with kids that come through? Is it, I mean, it could be individual per kid based off of, you know, what they're capable of. But what do you hope the kids get out of wrestling with Team Tulsa?
Well, I always say that ever since I've been doing this, your kids are becoming more confident than when they stepped in my room. So when they can keep their head up and look somebody in the eye, and just be more confident at school and have more self-esteem. Cool. I think that's a lot of what the parents are looking for out of the sport in general, more than, you know, being the Tulsa national champion. You know, you want to get something that will transcend wrestling, or when you get past this and take on the challenges of life, you know. So we sell that, you know, they sell that message to the kids and the parents. One of the things that I focus on is retention. I don't want my kids to quit. If you're not the, you know, the world beater kid, or you've got the best athleticism, you develop a passion for the sport, you stay in it, you grind it out. Hopefully by the time you hit puberty, you can, you start putting some stuff together. Maybe you could be a contributor on your junior high school team, and whether you wrestle in college or not, you do it more than 1 year. You have an appreciation for what is going on in here, and you can become a fan.
Sure.
And buy a Flow subscription.
Why wrestling? It seems like much of your life has been around.
I wasn't big enough to play football, so I figured out by 9th grade, I wasn't gonna be over 120 pounds. So wrestling was kind of got hurt one time. And I was like, this is for the birds.
Yeah, right.
And our team wasn't good enough to, I really cared that much about it. And I thought, I'm just gonna wrestle the whole time.
Gotcha.
So I started doing that more that way and focused on it then after about 9th grade.
Nice. Where do people find more information about the club?
TeamTulsa918.com. You can find us on Facebook at Team Tulsa Wrestling Club.
All right. So let's move. NCAA's championship season's around the corner.
Man,
you got some predictions?
I want to go to Pittsburgh. I was looking hot. I hope the Cowboys do good. Penn State's probably the team to beat.
Yeah. I saw Sanderson in the house this weekend.
Yeah,
actually.
they got some injuries out there, so maybe those guys can get healthy and come back.
What do you think? Did you get the chance to see Siriano DeSanto?
I just saw some highlights. I saw the end of the match on a little clip, but I haven't been here the whole time. I haven't had time to go back and watch
excited,
it.
Huh?
Hey, that's cool for the sport.
Yeah.
Though. All those Iowa guys do.
Yeah.
That's a cool venue to be in.
Cool. Awesome, man. Well, it's been fun chatting with you over the weekend. Thanks for putting your energy into wrestling. Got anything else?
Go Flow.